Hi, I'm Claire and I work for Toyota. I'm a senior engineer in the parts and material quality group. I look after the raw material quality of the chemicals that we use on the cars, so things like paint, sealers, adhesives, plastics, and it means making sure that the suppliers manufacture these materials to our Toyota specifications and quality requirements. Typical day can be quite varied. I can be at a supplier's process inspecting how they manufacture the raw materials. I can be in the vehicle manufacturing plant watching how we actually make the cars, or I could be getting myself on a plane to any country in Europe to a dealership to see a customer's car if they've had a problem with it. I didn't expect to be working as a quality engineer. I didn't even expect to be working with cars. Originally, when I was at school, I wanted to be a pharmacist, but unfortunately on results day, I found out that my biology A-level result was not high enough to go to Cardiff University to study that course. They offered me an alternative degree, which was chemistry. And I was really pleased that I could study that, and I graduated in 2010 with a 2:1 master's degree in chemistry. When I was at university, I got the opportunity to do a placement in Reading, working in an analytical lab, working alongside fellow students on a similar course to me, and I really enjoyed that time and really enjoyed working and hanging out with the other students. But it did reinforce to me that working in a lab wasn't a career that I wanted to do. I decided I wanted to have a career with the Royal Air Force. I wanted to be an officer working in air traffic control. It was really difficult to get into the forces at that time because the government were doing a lot of defence budget cuts, so the entry numbers were limited. And there was a lot of tests to go through, and I unfortunately failed one of the entry tests. And then I was told that I would have to wait a full year before reapplying, and I didn't want to wait that long to find a career for myself. So I started looking elsewhere, and that's when I came across the job advertisement at Toyota. Make mistakes, try new things, try things out. You will make mistakes, that's okay. Making a mistake isn't 100% negative. The positives are you can learn from those mistakes. I always remember when I started at Toyota, I was 24 years old, and often the only female in the room of all men, and some of these men had been working in their careers longer than I'd actually been alive, so that was quite a daunting experience and thing to get my head round. And I'd really hate it when I would say obvious things in these meetings and people would look at me, make me feel quite stupid. But now, I learned from that. I learned I needed to be prepared with my facts and my knowledge, be prepared for these meetings. And now that, within a few weeks of being there, it was fine. And certainly today I'm in a meeting room full of men and it has no effect on me. I've got my job knowledge, I've got my confidence and experience. So when I do say things, they're valid and they're listened to. I think the best advice is work to the best of your ability. Take the opportunity to learn new things and try out new things, even if they don't work out. It's okay. You've given it a go, and I think you will find yourself in a good career and a career you can be proud of, and that's the most important thing.